I'm Gareth, and I'm joined today by Matt. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How we doing? Coming here from Oaxaca City.
You just got back home from the beach. How's it being home, bud?
I tell you what, I got home to find out my power was out, and I think it's been out for weeks, and I'm afraid to open my refrigerator.
Oh no. Ay, ay, ay. I'm coming at you today from my home in Guatemala on beautiful Lake Atitlan. It's the 1st of September, and it feels really, really good. The energy's been like shifting. There's a full moon at the moment, and so much good stuff happening. I'm really excited about what we're doing today. Matt, maybe you want to share exactly what we're going to be unpacking in this training, bro.
We are unpacking the digital order board, and I was so excited because I got back home today. I got back home yesterday and started cleaning out the studio, getting ready for today's thing, and I found this. This is an old vision board.
No ways. Where's that from?
So it's an old vision board, just like the one that we learned how to make when you read The Secret, on how to cut out pieces of magazine, put them up on a poster board, and put that in your field of view so that it can remind you of all the things that you're trying to manifest in your world. And what we're doing today is we are teaching an updated version of the vision board, and we call it a digital order board. And we're going to show you how to take that old-fashioned technology of cutting out magazines, and we're going to show you how to put it onto your smartphone in a format that you can carry around with you every day so that the things that you're trying to manifest in your world are at your fingertips all the time.
Super powerful. I can't believe you have an old vision board. That's amazing, man.
No, I'm so pumped. I'm going to hang it behind me.
Yeah, do that. While Matt's doing that, I am going to just explain to you that this is probably one of the pieces of lifestyle design. We're working at putting together and building tools that allow, it started off with just me and Matt going through this process of finding these various tools that support our lifestyle design journey. What are the ways to be able to use technology better to get manifestation to work for you? And so this process of visualization, which used to be in a vision board, the same as Matt's got there, and probably many of you have done the same thing. You've put a picture of what you want to look like on the fridge. This is a powerful, powerful tool to get you to start to see and use the power of visualization in your manifestation journey. So what we're doing today is we're making an updated version of a vision board, and it's something that we call an order board. And I want to just quickly talk about why you want to make it digital. What's the point? Why don't we just keep cutting out pieces of cardboard? So first of all, like, we don't listen to tapes and CDs anymore. That stuff is dead. We now listen to Spotify because it's up to date. You've got access to everything. It's always with you. The technology's changed. And if you want to keep current with your lifestyle design journey, there are more modern tools to be able to support you. Rather than cutting up a piece of paper and finding a magazine with the right images, Google image search allows you to search for any image to make anything that you want. So if you're looking for your perfect body, your perfect beach house, you don't have to find Men's Health and scroll through it until you finally find something that resonates with you. You can search for exactly what you're looking for in Google Images, and that image can be the image that you put onto your new digital order board. So this is one reason why you want to be able to do it. It's much quicker to find the right image to put onto your order board. We also have we've developed a process which we'll unpack in this training of how you can go through a specific procedure that we've created for you to actually put your order out into the world and at the same time start to do something that we call a future state. This is a really powerful way to understand. We've spoken about this so much in this group, so I'm just going to say it once and super short, but essentially you want to start feeling now the way that you're going to feel when your money arrives in your life, or your perfect health arrives in your life, or your perfect partner arrives in your life. Not, I will feel shitty at the moment, and when the money arrives, I'll feel good. It's about feeling good now. And so as you decide to place an order and place that item on your new order board in this digital format, we walk you through a step-by-step process that helps you start to feel what it feels like when the thing that you're calling in shows up. And it's a powerful, powerful way for you to be able to use manifestation and the law of attraction in your life. Matt, maybe talk about instead of social media, what you now do when you're sitting on a bus or a train or first thing in the morning.
Right. Yeah. So once you have this digital order board built and on your phone, it starts to push out the other things on your phone that take up your time. So, it used to be I'd be sitting on the bus going to the market or whatever, pulling up Facebook or Instagram and catching up on what my friends are doing used to be that routine for me, or reading the news. Now I open up my digital order board and I scroll through the orders that I'm trying to bring into my world. And I do specific exercises that we're going to run through today on how you can, like Gareth said, future state what it feels like when these things arrive in your world. And so that's really the beauty of this thing is when you carry this thing with you now, instead of wasting time on other people's lives, or reading the news, you can focus on yourself, and you can focus on keeping those things that you want to arrive in your world on the front of your mind, and do so with intention and purpose so that they get there faster.
Powerful. It's super, super powerful. Before we jump into today's training, I want to just quickly get everybody to check in with me. Let me know where you're from. If you're watching this live or on the replay, let us know in the comments where you're calling in from, where you're watching from. And let us know, have you ever used visualization? Have you ever taken a photograph of something you want and placed it on the fridge, or put it up on your mirror? Or maybe you've made a vision board like Matt has before, or maybe you've even played around. We tested various different technologies before we landed on the one that we're going to show you today. So share your journey about what your history has been with visualization. So let us know in the comments below what your history has been with visualization. And then while Matt is going to show exactly what you need to do, this process we're going to show you today takes place on a free app called Trello, Trello.com, Trello.com. The application is super, super powerful. You can use it for absolutely anything. You can see Matt's got it up here. You can create a free account at Trello.com. Once you have created that account, you can also load the apps so that once you have created your digital order board, you can access it from anywhere. And I'll let Matt talk you through that. So the last thing I want to say just before Matt dives in here is stay tuned till the end of this broadcast. We're going to dive into quite a lot of depth here. And at the end of this broadcast, we've got a really special offer for you to really supercharge your order board, and some real cool tips and tricks that you can use to make this process a lot easier for you. If you're battling with the tech, we've got a support process that'll help you just get this set up directly on your phone, as well as an amazing offer. So Matt, talk us through Trello and why it's so powerful, bro.
So when you're here on Trello, if you go right of the see this plus sign, option to create a board. List my order board. Assign it to a team. I usually go just no team, and you create the board. This is the start of what a new board looks like, and you can see it's really nothing. It's just a blank screen. Top right, you see this option to add a list. And lists are like columns. I'm going to add a list for everything that I'm going to be adding to my digital order board. So I'm going to create a list for experiences, for body, stuff, and it's going to continue on with things that I want. So let's say, so these are the categories that we're going to be populating of things that are called cards, which are essentially orders that you want to bring into your world through law of attraction and manifestation. So let's go here to add a card, and let's say that I want a 1976 Ford Bronco. It becomes a card, and now I can drag this card over to stuff. Then I can go to experiences, another card, and let's say I want to go to Burning Man. So that's there for experiences. Let's say I want to be in the best shape of my life. Now I've created a handful of cards, and I can drag them around to different lists, different columns, just like an order board in a restaurant. You can just bounce them back and forth. And this is the base technology that we're going to use. And eventually, at the end of this training, we're going to show you how to populate this entire board with photos and meditations that go with it, and different ways when you switch to the back of these cards, populate specific things. So Gareth, let me hand it over to you, and you can maybe show how it looks for our Thrive members with the starter template to make.
Okay, cool. So yeah, what Matt's got there, and the reason that this is called an order board is if you've been following our work, we have this analogy of using the law of attraction through this simple understanding of a factory. The story that we tell is like, if you were going to place an order for a new sports car, would you just pick up the phone and say, please send me a sports car? Obviously not. You would be very specific about what type of sports car you wanted, what spec it needed to have, what color it was going to be. And we need to apply the same logic to how we understand the process of manifestation. And so we have this analogy, and one of our programs is called The Factory. And it's really a process of understanding how to use the law of attraction in a very simple way, much like placing an order at a factory. Once you start to understand that framework, you now use your order board as the place to keep track of all the orders in much the same way like Matt was talking about in a restaurant. If you've ever been into the kitchen in a busy restaurant, a chef has basically got a printer that's printing out all these different orders of things that need to go up. I've got one burger, blah, 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 pizza, whatever he's got. He then puts these up on a little rail that he can track exactly what's happening inside his kitchen and what needs to go out into the world. So he has a rail of all these different orders. And that's essentially what we're using this app called Trello to do. So Matt showed you what a blank version of Trello will look like. If you have created a free profile on Trello, you've probably gone halfway through this step already. We want you to think about these lists that Matt showed you as categories. So a category is like health and lifestyle or experiences that you want to have. What we've done is for our Thrive members is we have created a template. Let me just quickly hide these floating. Alrighty, where are we? We have created a template order board that looks like this. So for those of you that are part of our Thrive community, you won't have to go through the process of creating this order board from scratch. You will see something that looks like this, and we will give you access to this board, and you can just basically press create board from template. And I will put this onto, this is exactly what Matt just did, but instead of starting from a blank board, now we're going to say, I'm just going to call this demo order board. All right, sweet. So now when I press this, it's going to create a replica of this board. So I can start super easily with a brand new board, and it has these cards and these categories that Matt showed you already set up here so that you can just go through the process of adding a new item directly to your order board. So, you know, when Matt said he wanted to have a Ford Bronco, he went and added a card manually. We have created here, there's a step-by-step guide that you can follow as well. I'm not going to go through that now because we're actually going to demonstrate exactly what we're going through. When you want to add a new item to your order board, let's say, for example, I want to add a beach house. I've got an idea that I want to have a property on the beach. So I'm going to open this template item. And this is basically a template card that you can use every time that you want to add a new item to your order board. So in the beginning, when you create this, you're probably going to want to add 10, 15, maybe 20 different items to your order board. And I'll show you what a finished order board looks like at the end. But if you're using our board, you don't have to create this every single time. We've created these templates that are super easy to use. And so because we have this template, I'll just give you this again. We just went over here and we created directly from this template. Let's say, for example, the beach house. I just press create card from template. And when I do that, it says what I want to call this. And I'll call it my ideal beach home. And which list do I want it to go on? So lists are the things that Matt spoke about. This is probably called stuff I'd like to own. I'd like to own a beach home. When I press create card, it's now created a card directly from that template, and it pops it open right here. And this now follows the process of exactly what you need to do every time you add an item to your order board. So on the back of this card, we've got, what am I grateful for this order? This is the step-by-step process that we teach you inside our program called The Factory, where you start every single order that you're placing with gratitude, because this is the magic sauce that allows you to start to feel these elevated emotions about the thing that you're calling in. So this beach home might be, what am I grateful for? The chance to live on the beach. This typing is not going to be amazing with my family. and you were to put 3 to 5 things that you can be grateful for this order right now. How am I going to feel when this is an order delivered? Excited, inspired. The list goes on. You basically write down all the positive emotions that you're going to feel when this order shows up in the world. How is this order going to make the world better? Well, when I'm living in a beach house, I'm going to be more relaxed. I'm going to be a better partner. I'm going to have more time to write and do the things that I care about, etc., etc., etc. Progress. What can I do next? This is something that's part of our factory plan as well, where in order to pay for your orders with belief, this is the currency that we use to pay for orders. One of the components is progress. What is the next thing that I can do to make this order a reality? So now we have a couple things on the back of this card, and we don't have an image yet. This is the whole point. We wanted to make a beautiful image for this. So directly on the back of this Trello card, you can press this button here that says cover. And when you do that, it gives you the option to search directly from a stock library of a whole lot of different images. So let's say, for example, I'd say beach house here. A whole lot of images start to show up. Now, let's say, for example, you went through these and you liked the look of, let's choose this guy because this looks cool. So this is a, what do I do there? Which one did I choose? Let's say this one. Okay, I don't know what happened. It opened in a new window. Okay, now it's added this particular cottage to my order board. And what I would do as well is I would make it a full cover. So this one on the right-hand side, I would press that and make the text white. And now when I close this card down, you can see on the list of stuff I'd like to own, I've got this image of my ideal beach home directly created right here inside Trello. So I had just shown you how to be able to use the internal search function directly in the back of Trello. I think I showed you where you could press cover, and when you pressed cover, you had the ability to be able to search a stock library of images. But if you didn't find the image exactly the way you wanted it, you could click on maybe going to Google Images, search for an image that you liked. Let's say, for example, a beach house that looked like this one on the right-hand side. Save that photo by right-clicking on it and saying save image as. You can save it somewhere on your laptop or your computer, wherever you're working from. And then you can use that same image to now make that the cover image of your order board. So your card that you're calling in for your beach house. And the way that you do that is you say add an attachment and you say from computer. Now it's going to allow you to upload any image that you like, not just the ones that are available in the stock library. I save this to my desktop and it's called my beach house. And now you've got 2 images for your beach house directly on the back of this card. You can see it's using the initial one that we used, but if you quickly press make cover, now your order board is up to date with your new image of the beach house directly the way that you want it. And you can see your order board is starting to come through and populate now with things that you're calling into your life. So I didn't show you on the back of this card as well. We also have, if you're a Thrive member and you are using our templates, you'll see something on the back here called New Order Board Meditation. This is a guided meditation that you can listen to every time that you add a new item to your order board that really helps you future state and start to feel the potential of what that order is going to be like. It's like supercharging your orders by listening to this meditation that sits on the back of all of these cards. So I'm just going to show you how to make one order board item over here and show you exactly what it looks like. So you will go through this process using Trello, setting up these various lists, which are going to be the categories that you want, and then finding images that relate to the things that you want to show up in your life. And what it looks like at the end is, Matt, let me know if you can see my order board once it shows up here. I think we just, this was all loaded before we started. And then I got kicked out of here.
It looks like it's loading now.
Yeah, it's coming through. Close this. Close this as well. Sweet. So this is my current live order board. Our Thrive members have got access directly to my order board where you can see exactly the things that I'm calling in. And so I've been populating this order board of mine for the last probably 3 or 4 years as we've developed and refined this technology of all the things that I'm calling in. So all of my business goals, all the orders that I'm calling in for wanting to write a book, for having 10,000 people design their perfect day. Sorry, it's a little bit slow to load the images. But my personal body, health, and fitness goals, stuff I'd like to own, my dream home. Let me show you one that I'm really interested in, because once you start to have a dream like a 4x4 Sprinter camper van, you can use this card, this particular image. Click the wrong one here. There we go. So I want a camper van. I'm very clear about what it is that I want. And from time to time, when I'm looking, for example, on Instagram, I'm seeing different images of camper vans that I really, really like. And so every time I see something that I like, you can see here it says I've got 12 attachments. I've got 12 different images of camper vans, or the inside of the camper van, or something specific for this particular dream that I'm calling in. And this internet is so slow, it's going to probably take a while to show you. But these various images are things that relate to this particular order for me. So this is the one that I have at the moment with a picture of the mountain and my perfect camper van. But I've actually done a future state. I've written some text on the back just to help make this dream a little bit more real. And so once you go through the process of creating this order board and this card for your dream, you can add additional images to it. So if you calling in a beach home, you might have 3 or 4 different designs. Maybe you've got a picture of the lounge, of the bedroom. This is taking long to load. There are a whole lot more images here of different camper van configurations that I like, that I've added to this particular card. So you can very easily group everything that you want together into one place and start to build out a digital vision board of things that you're calling into your life. So I'm not going to spend too long going through this now. I just want to quickly switch across and show you what it looks like once you've created this. So once you've gone through this process of loading Trello, you then go through the process of populating your order board exactly as we showed you now. Go to Google Images, find something that you want, and add it as an image to your board. And then once you've got that, you can just go straight from here. And what Matt was saying earlier, you can very easily see, there we go. This is the exact same order board on my phone. So all of these things that I had, and maybe it'll be easier for me to show you the camper van here. Press on the camper van, you see it at the top there. When I press on that, it shows you all the details that I had already created on the back of the card. So this is the inside of the camper van that I wanted, and it's working a lot better on my phone because my connectivity is better on my phone. I liked this image when I was scrolling through Instagram one day, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And so now, let's say, for example, I hold that image now and I make this the cover. I want this one to be the new cover of the board. And now you'll see at the top that this is the new image for my camper van. So this is the power of using Trello, and you can create a whole lot of different things, and it shows up directly on your board the way that you want to create it. These are collaborators. These are people that we want to co-create with, people that we want to do business with, just doing cool stuff in the world. We're adding those to the order board as well. So this is what Matt was saying. Instead of spending time scrolling through social media, he's going through his order board and saying, oh yeah, I remember I wanted to go on a luxury safari with Araminta. Those are the types of things that you have on your digital vision board. You're muted, bro. I can't hear you.
I was saying going on a romantic safari with Menta is not on my board.
No. Thanks for not putting it on your board. Sweet. So that is the process of how to create a digital order board. It's super simple to do. Our Thrive members have got the opportunity to be able to use the template so that all the work is done for you. You'll have access to the template cards with a step-by-step process on the back, as well as that guided meditation. We're going to take a couple of questions that come through in the next little while. But before we do that, I want to quickly just share my screen again and talk to you about what it exactly is a Thrive member. We've mentioned it a few times in this training of what it is to be a Thrive member. And so really, Thrive is our online community that we're building at Live More Perfect Days and it's going to take a while to load now, of people that are being intentional and creating a plan for their life. We are hosting a community of, oh my God, there we go. Okay, go Tom. Live More Perfect Days is hosting a global community of lifestyle designers that are taking these lifestyle design tools that we're creating and intentionally installing them in their lives. We are spending a lot of time creating tools like the one that you've just seen now that help you understand the law of attraction and install these various things in your life so that you can get the law of attraction to work for you consistently. So Thrive is a complete law of attraction system. This order board tool that we've shown you today that you can load on your phone is one piece. There's various different meditations, there's various different routines, apps that you can use. But we've designed it to be simple to understand, easy to install, and that uses the latest technology and lifestyle design tools to support you to get the law of attraction to work in your life. What Matt and I found was when we were starting to learn about manifestation, a lot of people were talking about sort of fluffy, difficult to understand concepts. It was like, how do you start to feel now about the thing that you want to bring in the future? And so what we then spent the time doing was saying, how can we find an easy way to be able to think about the future now? So we came up with this idea of future stating, which is the meditation that's on the back of that card, so that you can understand the law of attraction in a simple way. And so the first program that we include in our Thrive community is core scaffolding. I'm going to let Matt talk you through exactly what core scaffolding is and how it fits into this process of what we're talking about so that you can get the law of attraction to work in your life. Matthew.
Yeah, when you become a Thrive member, you start on a pathway of understanding the law of attraction and installing that knowledge along with habits and routines and daily exercises that you can do to make manifestation and law of attraction work for you. And it really starts with core scaffolding. Core scaffolding is a handful of trainings that run through specific components of your law of attraction journey, starting with the My Perfect Day system. So with the My Perfect Day system, you design what a perfect day looks like for you. And then we show you how to take that writing that you did and turn it into a plan for your life, a plan for your life that you can implement step by step by using these tools. The second bit is the factory. That is a training that teaches you how to think about the law of attraction in a way that's simple and easy to understand with languaging and dialogues and vocabulary that makes sense. It uses this analogy of, instead of it being the universe that's delivering this, we call it a factory. And just like you would place an order on Amazon for the perfect Sprinter van, you can place orders with the factory for everything that you want to show up in your life, whether it's abundance or the perfect relationship or that beach house, whatever it is. Next piece of core scaffolding is the daily pregame. This is the ultimate law of attraction morning routine. It's the way that you start the first 10, 15 minutes of your day so that you're not being caught up in the news or social media or whatever's going on your phone or email. You're instead using those first 10 minutes of the day intentionally with a writing exercise, with a gratitude practice, and integration of things like the order board and future stating, so that the first 10 minutes of your day set you straight and aligned to your law of attraction goals and journey. And then finally is the order board creation, which in this live stream, we've done a little bit of what it is to build an order board. But when you go through it in the core scaffolding environment, we're going to show you how you implement this on a day-to-day basis, how to implement the template and all the technology that you need to really support you with that. And so core scaffolding is the first step of this law of attraction journey that you go through when you become a Thrive member. And it's also available a la carte. If you don't join as a Thrive member, you can grab it just as a standalone product, and it exists as a $97 product on our homepage, but it's included in Thrive. The second piece is the Lifestyle Design Masterclass. And Gareth, why don't you talk about what that 30-day journey looks like. And again, this is the 30 days that follows the core scaffolding. So first you do core scaffolding, and then you drop into this 30-day masterclass. Gareth, go ahead.
So the way Matt started this is he understood that this is a path, and what we wanted to do is make this simple so that you had foundational components first, so that you understand the law of attraction super easily, so that you understood it in a way that it was like ordering something from the factory, because that's something that most of us can understand. Not this idea that, okay, I want my perfect partner, so I'll start to feel what it feels like. No, think about a process that works. And so that core scaffolding that Matt spoke through is the foundational piece. What happens after that is a deeper dive where you really get to refine and master your manifestation journey. So once you've taken, for example, the daily pregame, which we teach you in core scaffolding, it's that morning routine that Matt spoke about, we then help you make that a habit over the next 30 days with the Lifestyle Design Masterclass. So everything that you've learned in core scaffolding, we dive a little bit deeper into in the 30-day masterclass. And so we talk about something called a post game. So not only do you know how to set up your day right, but at the end of each day, you reflect back on your day and just see what went well, what were your wins, what were your order delivered. We call something that shows up when you place an order and a manifested dream shows up in your world. We call it an order delivered, the same as when Amazon drops off your order. We give you an introduction to something called My Life iOS. So this tool called Trello that we've been using, we use it for creating an order board, but we also use it to help you plan your entire life. How do you control your meetings? How do you control your daily to-do lists? How do you keep all of your routines and habits together in one place? My Life iOS is, we touch on that in the beginning of the 30-day masterclass. We've got something called Win Tomorrow Today, a simple routine that you can do in the evening to help set you up for the following day so that you don't wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, what am I going to do today? Winners set up tomorrow the night before so that they know exactly what they're going to do when they open their eyes in the morning. We give you an introduction into meditation. Some of you may already have a meditation practice. Once you understand that the way that you place your orders and the way that you pay for them has everything to do with what you think about, it becomes important to understand that you have control over your thoughts. And meditation is a powerful, powerful way for you to be able to start to track your thoughts and start to refine your manifestation journey. We talk a little bit about habit stacking. How do you take good habits and make them slightly better every single day, where it doesn't feel like you're doing much, but after 30 days, a 1% improvement has been a significant increase in the small daily habits that you're doing to make your life exactly the way that you designed it in core scaffolding when you went through the My Perfect Day system. We talk about a thing called future stating. This is the meditation that exists on the back of the template card. Remember, I told you when you add a new item to your order board, you basically have the opportunity to put your headphones in and listen to a future state meditation. This is a guided meditation where you will be guided through a couple minutes of being able to start to feel what it feels like for the orders that you're calling in. And it's a really, really powerful way. So that's a lot of detail. It's just to say that the 30-day masterclass is building on the 7-day program that you're going to start with when you do core scaffolding. And so this program exists on its own for $497. But this is part of our Thrive value offering. So Thrive consists of core scaffolding, which Matt spoke you through, the Lifestyle Design Masterclass, which I've just unpacked, as well as, let me just see if I can slide to the next piece here. Okay, Matt, do you want to talk through the install area?
Yeah, the install area is the members only area where people who are into this stuff, people who are on their lifestyle design journey, who are trying to become a better version of themselves, they are in here doing the work alongside of each other and helping each other. One of the big pieces that goes along with the trainings that we do is this concept of going through it with an accountability partner. And that's one of the reasons why we created this community, so that when you enter into a 30-day challenge to implement and create habits and routines into your life, that you have someone who's going along with you, who you can check in with, who you can be accountable to and hold them accountable as well. And we found that the existence of this community element combined with the learning dramatically increases the completion rate of the courses and the installation of these habits and routines into your life. So when you join as a Thrive member, you get access to this community, access to all of the trainings, all of the inspirational pieces, and this community of people who are on a conscious path to being a better version of themselves. And there's something about being immersed in a community like that that really calls you to a higher level, that really makes you show up on a day-to-day basis and do the work, see the results, share the results, and be part of inspiration for the people that come after you. And so that's a big piece of the member area and the member experience here at Live More Perfect Days. And you can see Gareth is running through a handful of screenshots just within our member area of all the different areas you can dive into as far as the interactivity and the different trainings.
So yeah, our members area is filled with all the content that you need. So you'll be able to engage in a group here. Here you can see people going through course scaffolding. They're sharing their experience of exactly what they've done. And this is our private install area. We've got a whole lot of additional courses in here for you, including what we call a customized learning path. So in addition to what Matt spoke about, which is the course scaffolding program, you could see you access course scaffolding directly in here. We've got this thing called Lifestyle Design Essentials. So it includes things like, let's say, for example, you're looking at body and fitness. There's a whole series of body and fitness videos that you could follow here. Lifestyle design and productivity. Let's say, for example, you want to go on love and connection. Clicking on this will give you access to a whole lot more learning that you can consume very specifically if you're on a path for bringing in calling in connection. So you can watch a series of videos if love and connection is something that you're working on. A whole series of videos exists inside our install area that you can access, and my computer, which had loaded all of this stuff before, you can access all of this content directly inside our learning area. So this is also included for our Thrive members, a powerful community of people sharing their lifestyle design journey, as Matt said, and keeping one another accountable and inspired as they go through this program. All right, our lifestyle design install area is also valued at $497. It's a standalone item. If you just want to get access to that, it's $497, but it's included in our Thrive package. The last components, there's actually two more pieces. Matt, do you want to talk through Mind Vault, and I'll do a bit of a screen share of exactly what Mind Vault is and what it's built on.
Yeah, Mind Vault is our own digital library of the best of law of attraction and manifestation and lifestyle design teachers from around the world. We've got a team here at Live More Perfect Days and the community, and we're constantly finding great podcasts, great ebooks, articles, blog posts, videos of people who are teaching these tips and techniques, these principles of how to get manifestation working in your life, how to design the life that you want, how to use law of attraction, how to be better centered in your mind and your spirit. And what we've done is we've used Trello to curate this complete library of the best that we've found. And if you click on any one of these, Gareth, why don't you grab one of those that looks good, maybe the Heal Netflix documentary, or there we go, Brene Brown. And when you open one of these cards, you'll see on the back, we've got these different labels that show what category it's in. We also have a star system for rating it. Like this one's rated Don't Miss It, because this is one of the better TED Talks that you can find online. Brene Brown's just an incredible teacher. And we've created a card for each one of these fabulous pieces of content, so that when you want to go dive deeper into a particular topic, or you want to expand your area of knowledge around a particular subject, you can go into the Mind Vault, dive in, and find exclusively excellent content from around the world from some of the best teachers. So this is all set up for you to have on your phone at any time, and it's included in the Thrive membership. So that's access to Mind Vault. And the Mind Vault access is also a $97 product that we are including in with the Thrive membership. So this is all part of the value that you get when you join as a Thrive member, and the Mind Vault is one more thing. And I think, Gareth, there's one more if you want to open up what the next one is. Yes, the Perfect Day Power Up. Perfect Day Power Up is another exercise that we do that layers on top of the Perfect Day exercise that we got into earlier. The Perfect Day exercise being this writing exercise where you write what a perfect day looks like for you. And the Perfect Day Power Up, we show you how to create a video of that perfect day that you've designed and use it as a tool from a weekly basis of watching it and really uplifting yourself and accelerating your journey to living more days like the one you just designed. So it's another piece of the Thrive value offering. It's usually $97 product, but it's included with the Thrive memberships.
Thanks, Matt. So yeah, what we're giving to our Thrive members is really all of these programs together, and they really work all together in a specific way. We've built it in a specific way so that the system is like a learning path. You start with core scaffolding and you get those foundational pieces of understanding how the law of attraction works, and then building your digital order board and setting up your morning routine and knowing how you can move through your day in a conscious way to live your life by design. You then move on to the next part, which is the Lifestyle Design Masterclass. Lifestyle Design Masterclass is that 30-day program where you dive deeper into understanding the law of attraction in a very specific way and refining your skills in manifestation. You then want to move into the lifestyle designers area. That's what Matt was talking about, where we have these groups of people supporting one another on their lifestyle design journey. There's user-specific content there. So if you're looking to manifest money in your life, you follow the money process and you watch the videos that explain step by step how you can go through the process to manifest specific financial flow in your life. We give you keys to the Mind Vault. That's the Trello board that we created, that digital library of all the best teachers that we've followed. We've watched thousands of hours of content and read books that you don't have to read. We've taken the best of those and put those into Mind Vaults. That's $97 on its own. The Perfect Day Power Up is what Matt just spoke about now. Just think about this as supercharging your perfect day. Once you know what your perfect day is, to be able to power that up using this specific tool is additional $97. And so the total value for what our Thrive members have got is $1,285. But I want to quickly ask you a question. You're probably going to want to ask, like, is this going to work for me? And before I go into some of these testimonials, we can share this first one. This is a Thrive member that got hold of our program, and she just started with core scaffolding, and she launched her book last week, got interviewed on national television, and reached thousands of viewers because of our program. I want to quickly share this thing that I spoke about a little while ago called an order delivered. And the best way for me to do that is for me to quickly show you on my screen exactly what this looks like. This is by far the most fun part of, let's see if this pops up. Sweet. We're back on my order board. Matt, can you see this?
Yeah, I got you.
Cool. So one of the categories that we have here is called order delivered. What this is when something that you're calling into your life shows up in your world. I put this in a column for things that I wanted to have in my life. So let me show you something. When I was living in Panama, I decided that I wanted to live in a beach house that I didn't want to pay rent for. So I went onto Google and I found an image that looked like this. And I was like, okay, this is how I would like to live. So I created this image, live in a villa like this in Mexico or Colombia. I added it to my order board and I left it. A couple of weeks later, I was talking to my friend who said, hey, have you ever heard about house sitting? And I was like, no, what's that? He then went on to explain that you can go and stay in somebody else's home while they go traveling the world, and you can live there and look after their dogs. I was backpacking at the time and it sounded like a great idea. And so I went and started looking for houses to house sit in Mexico. A few weeks later, I got the gig to house sit this house. That's the view of the place that I actually ended up living at, that I didn't pay rent for. And that looks pretty much like an order delivered to me. This is what I was calling in, and this is what I got. Let me show you another one. A little while ago, I thought it'd be a great idea to have a boat party. I wanted to organize a party on a boat where I could DJ and I could have some people having a cool time. I went onto Google Images and I found this image. And I was like, okay, that looks pretty cool. I would like to have a boat party like that. So I added it to my order board and I left it. Then about 18 months ago, while we were here at the lake, Matt and I were actually here together and we organized a boat party. And this is one of the images that I took of me DJing at the boat party. That was the image that I randomly searched for on Google. And this is the image that showed up in my life. Like, that's pretty clear that this is exactly, there's me DJing at my own boat party, like order delivered. The list goes on and on and on. This is a Day of the Dead festival in Mexico. And I wanted to go to Day of the Dead festival in Mexico. This was an image that I found randomly on my order board. I don't have the other one. There is a photograph of Matt and I with our faces painted. We went and did the Dia de los Muertos festival in Mexico together. Probably, was that 2 years ago, bro?
Yeah, man.
Somewhere there. And I've got people that I wanted to see in concert, and I wanted to organize a retreat. And these are all order delivered, partnership, places where I want to live. These are things that have shown up in my life because I've been being intentional about installing this system into my life. So, does this system work for you? I have absolutely no doubt. We've been doing this work now for more than 2 years. I just want to share some testimonials. So this is a client who, because of our program, has been on television and reached thousands of viewers because of her program. This next testimonial, this guy said, it worked so well, I'm now manifesting grace and peace as a way to throttle back to a more sustainable pace. Our law of attraction system worked so much that in 24 hours, he got multiple offers for a new company, projects, and visions. I think your framework is truly a gift from God. Here's someone who said, I updated my order board with items that I really wanted to start to manifest. I put on there about going skydiving, and then my friend invited me to do one with him. So I've booked and secured my spot. People are putting these things onto their order boards, and things are showing up in their life by going through this process and installing our system to get the law of attraction to work from them. We've got loads more testimonials, but the question I want to ask you is, what would a system like this be worth for you? If you had a tried and tested system to be able to manifest anything that you wanted, like ordering something from a factory, what would it be worth to you to have a community of people to support you, a customized learning path, and a step-by-step plan? If you could use a system that could bring whatever it is that you wanted into your life, what would that system be worth to you? So Matt went through this whole process with you. We've got the core scaffolding system, the lifestyle design 30-day masterclass, the lifestyle designer install area, keys to the mind vault, the perfect day power up. All of that is valued at more than $1,000. Thrive usually costs $77 per month. So it's a subscription membership with no contract. You can jump in and out whenever you want to. Thrive normally costs $77 per month. But for the next 48 hours, we're going to do Thrive at just $47 per month. So if you're looking to install the core scaffolding system, the 30-day lifestyle design masterclass, access to the Mind Vault, the perfect day power up, our install area, everything that we went through there, you can get Thrive for the next 48 hours for just $47. So that's it. Over $1,200 worth of value at a 40% discounted price for just $47 per month. Thrive is by far the coolest thing that you can be installing in your life. If you're looking for a law of attraction system that works, we've made it simple. We've made it super easy. And we really want to get as many people as possible installing this stuff in their lives so that they can live their life by design. Matt, you've also got lots of order delivered. Share one or two things that have shown up. I know you went through your most recent one. What else have you got that showed up in your life where you've seen the system working in?
I mean, there's so many. I was sharing the one about my mountain house that showed up and how that looked just like it. Actually, let me pull up my order board and see if there's any there really.
While you're doing that, I want to quickly get a question that came through from Rebecca. Rebecca says, I can't find the templates. The templates are only available for Thrive members. You need to be a member of Thrive to access the templates. We've shown you how to create the order board on your own. If you're not a Thrive member, you're going to have to create it by watching this video again, setting up the various lists that you want, and then adding these various cards. So the templates that come through are available for our Thrive members.
I was just glancing at the order delivered section of my own order board, and one of the one that's on there is a GoPro. And I really wanted a GoPro, and it was funny because I really thought I wanted a GoPro. And so I put GoPro on my order board, and like a week later, a buddy of mine calls me. He's like, hey, I'm coming to Mexico to visit. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He shows up about a month later, and he hands me a GoPro. just hands it to me. And I'm like, what? He goes, Matt, you travel, you're always in these rad spots, like your camera is shit. Like I've always thought you needed an upgrade. I never used my GoPro, and he just gave me his. And it's these things. And it was like, with the order board especially, it's this process of documenting your own law of attraction journey, documenting what it is that you're trying to call into your life, and then having that evidence that you ordered it when it does get delivered, and it increases your belief in this system. And it kind of goes from, I talk about this a lot, going from skepticism to belief of, did that GoPro show up in my life because I added it to this order board and did the work? Or was it just a coincidence? And these coincidences just pile up on so much until you go from skepticism to belief. Things arrive in your world, and it's like, of course that arrived. I added that to my order board a month and a half ago. In fact, it's late. And, yeah, so the process of the order board is just huge. When you start documenting your own law of attraction journey, it's amazing how much of that stuff just starts showing up in your world. It's uncanny.
Another question that came through here is, how does setting realistic goals match up with the order or the vision? Matt, do you want to talk about ordering and being specific compared to being sort of vague? Do you want to tackle that?
One thing I've noticed about this realistic goals and the vision, like I've got some orders on my order board that come through super quick, and others that don't come through nearly as quick. And yeah, there's something to be said about doing the work and understanding kind of what you're ordering and what comes next. Like when you open up your order board and you flip to the back of these cards, we have that checklist of progress, and going through and itemizing like what you can do next to help getting closer to this goal. Like I remember Burning Man was one of the ones that I added to my order board a while back, and one of the things that I didn't even know when it was. I didn't even know when it was on the calendar, and so like going and getting realistic about the specifics about when the date is for that thing, and who do I know that's going. Taking the steps to understand the details of what you're calling in are part of what brings that order closer to you, is what I've noticed.
Yeah. I think the one thing I would say is, if you talk about realistic or being specific, if you were going to go and order a sports car, I can't see who this question came through from, but thank you. If you were going to go and order a sports car, would you be specific about it? Absolutely, you'd be specific about it. They'd ask you to be specific. Otherwise, how would they know what to send you? So you need to be very specific in what you're ordering. And this is the process of finding an image that looks just like the beach house that you want, or the body that looks just like how you want to look. This is the process of going through it and being specific and adding these items to your order board. And so the thing about realistic is a state of mind. What somebody believes is realistic is their story about what they believe is possible. If you say to me that you are unable to walk 10 meters on your hands, that's unrealistic. That may be unrealistic to you, but it might be in my wheelhouse to be able to practice and train and get to a place where I can do a handstand walk for 10 meters. Realistic is a frame that you choose to put onto something. So I believe you should be setting your goals as big and as audacious and as much fun as possible. Put things down that you want to show up in your life so that you can see these things showing up with consistency. And being realistic is really only the frame that you choose to give it. What I can tell you is that by the very nature of what you've been able to think about, let's say, for example, I want $1 million or $2 million, $5 million. Every single one of those potentialities exists as a possibility in something called the quantum field. It's something we talk about in our level 2 program. I don't want to get bogged down into the details. Our entire world is webbed together energetically by this quantum field. And the fact that you can think about a red Ferrari in your garage means that it's a possibility. Whether you can develop the ability and the self-belief to bring that into your world is the work that you need to do to pay for your orders. But there's no such thing as realistic. Everything is realistic. If you're able to think about something, it's realistic. It can come into your world. You might say, whoa, $2 million is too much. There's not enough money in the world for that, etc. But at the beginning, it's really the opportunity for you to dream into whatever you want and to do the process of tracking your thoughts as to exactly what it was that you're thinking about, and watching the stories. If you want to bring $2 million into your life, but you think that for whatever reason, $2 million is too much, it's probably going to be unrealistic to you. There's people that have got $10 million coming into their bank accounts every month. It's not unrealistic for them. Every single possibility is potential for you. So I think those are all the questions we've got. Rebecca asks, does a coach or somebody guide me through? Is this included? So our community area where we showed you that Matt was explaining is a place where you can connect with an accountability partner. You become a Thrive member, connect with an accountability partner, and you work through the video content together. It's a series of videos that shows you exactly what you need to do to set up the order board, how to be able to install your perfect day. You work through the videos together and go through it together. So it's like, you know, Samantha asks, can I add other goals for love onto this order board? Yes, you can add whatever you want onto your order board. You can add, I want to have a best friend that doesn't currently exist in my life, and then write down what that would feel like for that person. I want somebody that I can go running with. I'm looking for a dog. I'm looking for a pet. I'm looking for a new job. Your order board is your place to dream, and you can add whatever you want onto that. Lisa asked about what are the benefits of being a Thrive member. I think we went through that in specific details. There was a question about the price. There's a limited time offer by going to livemoreperfectdays.com/Thrive47. Lemanya is going to put the link to that directly below this video. If you want to get Thrive, go to livemoreperfectdays.com/Thrive47. $47 a month is our discounted price. It's only available for the next 48 hours, and then this offer is going to disappear until we run this program again. And so you really don't want to miss the opportunity to grab Thrive now. Matt, have we covered everything? I feel like we've run over just a little bit. We just tackled these last few questions, but anything else, bro?
Yeah, I think just the Thrive option is going to be available for the next 48 hours, $47 a month. I think that's where we end it.
Absolutely. It's a powerful, powerful system. The process of this is to give you something right now that you can use. Take this order board tool, install it in your life, and watch the magic start to happen. And if you're serious about seeing the ease and flow that can come from your life when you start to create it by design, when you start to understand how the stories that you tell yourself create your reality, and how you can use this system to be able to live your life by design and have orders delivered showing up like a GoPro, like a beach house, like your partner, like the money. This stuff is available to all of us if we choose to live it. I just see right now the time on my clock is 11:11. That seems pretty synchronistic. It's been beautiful co-creating with all of you. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thanks, Matt, for tuning in without electricity from Oaxaca City in Mexico.
That's right, baby.
And thanks to Melissa for co-creating this group. Thank you to our team. There's a whole team of people that you may not have seen co-creating as well from Live More Perfect Days. They are doing important things like managing the user experience inside the group. They're managing the user experience inside our install area. And we've got a team of people here to support you. So thank you to everybody that's helping from our side. And we'll see you here next week for another manifestation microdose, where we'll share something else with you that you can use on your lifestyle design journey. We hope this has been amazing. Thanks, Matt. See you soon. Much love to everybody.
See you guys.